Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Buddies, and today topic is about different types of database management system. In the before video we have discussed the introduction of database management system. In this video the different types of database management system. Coming to the different types, actually we have many types of database management system, but mainly we are just going through the four concepts or the four types of database management systems. And the first one is the relational database. Second one is object oriented database. Third is the hierarchical database, and fourth is the network database. Now basically you have heard the concept about object oriented database and hierarchical and network. Now these are nothing but we have seen in the other programming languages like Java and Python, right? That means object oriented concepts are being there in this database management systems. And coming to the relational database, actually it is a system where it is organized on two-dimensional tables. That means we are having rows and columns. That means normally if you take a table also, we have the rows and columns, right? So in that way the relational database looks like. And in this, the most popular language, or it is based on the SQL, that is structured query language. That means we use the structured query language in this relational database, and this is most popularly used in industries like IT field and all. We use this relational database. And now coming to the table. Now in this table we have key fields which have unique identifiers in each record. That means we have records, columns and all that we are going to discuss in the next slide. And now coming to this, it is mostly used in the database management system. Okay, and this database management system software is available for our personal computers also. That means even we as a learning in this learning profession also can use this software, and even in workspaces and in large firms also we can use this relational database. And most popularly used is in the Oracle database, MySQL and Microsoft SQL Server. That is nothing but these three are from different. Now coming to the Oracle, that is made by the Oracle company and all, and this is by the Microsoft. That is nothing but there is only a minor difference between these. That means just the syntax or the implementation of it is different, but everything is the same. That means as usual we have spoke about the rows and columns. That is similar in these three databases. And now coming to the example, now you can see this example. I have took an example of an employee table. Now in this employee table you can see that employee ID, employee name and employee city, these are nothing but the columns. Okay, now employee ID is a column, employee name is a column, and employee city is a column. Now coming to the rows, that is records, that is nothing but you can see here 201. That means in this, that means the horizontal line or the horizontal column, that is nothing but the rows. Okay, and in this the unique identifier is the employee ID in this employee table. Sorry, aware it is employee table. Okay, so and in this even we have the attributes. Attributes are nothing but the employee ID, employee name and employee city. We can even call it as a attribute also. Okay, this is a small example of it, of the relational database. And coming to the object oriented database. Now what is object oriented database? It is a system where information or data is represented in the form of objects, which is used in object oriented programs. That means it is nothing but represented in the forms of the objects. Okay, now it is a combination of relational database concepts and also object oriented principles. That means we have the combination of both, that is object oriented principles and the relational database concepts in this. Okay, and in relational database concepts are concurrently control transactions, etc. Okay, but in object oriented principles we have data encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. That means you have already learned these all three concepts in your object oriented programming languages. So those concepts are only being used in this object oriented principle, and it requires less code and is easy to manipulate. That means basically object oriented concepts are only mainly focused on the reducing of the code and even the for more use or for using it in a simple way and managed. Okay, and for example, we have the object database software that we are using in this object-oriented databases. And now this is the diagram or the representation, we can tell it. Now you can see here the object-oriented programming. As we discussed, we have inheritance, data encapsulation, and polymorphism. These are the principles of the object-oriented programming language. And coming to the database features, we have the security, integrity, concurrency, processing, and transactions. That means all these combined together forms a object-oriented database. This is about the object-oriented database. And coming to the third one, that is hierarchical database. Now what it is nothing but a system where the data elements only have a one to many relationship. Now you know one to many relationship I will discuss in the next slide, that is the example. Now here data is organized like a tree, since which is similar to a folder structure in your computer system. That means you know as a folder, if you take a folder, name it as some uh, folder name as a student, in that you're having another folder that is student name, then you're having in that you're having student, and in that student information, that information you have the name of the student, age, and all. That is nothing but the hierarchical. That means it is in a form of a structure. That means one to many relationship you have in this. Now hierarchical starts from the root node connecting all the children nodes to the parent node, and it is used in the industry on mainframe platforms. Mainframe platforms. Okay. For example, you have IBM, now Windows, Microsoft. These all are using the hierarchical databases. Okay. Now coming to the example. Here in this example, you can see that we took an example of college, in which in the college we have the student and students, teachers, and all admins. That means the people who are there in the college. And now coming to that, in the college we are having student. For that student we are having particular name, roll number, age. That means it is coming in the form of a tree, right? This is the hierarchical database. For teachers also, you can see that for teachers they are having teachers, they are having the ID, the age, name is also mentioned here. And if you take another example, you can even mention that suppose if you are going the root node, that means a parent node is shoes. For example, you take it as a shoes. In that shoes also we having women's different category and men's in a different category. So in that women's category also you have heels, flats, and all. Now coming to this category, you have sports shoes, sneakers, and all. That means we are coming from the root node, and then the child nodes are being as follows. This is another example of hierarchical databases. And now coming to the network database. Now network database is nothing but connecting, that is one-to-one relationship or maybe many-to-many relationship. It's nothing but connecting the database. Okay. Now you can see that the network database system is a system where the data elements maintain one-to-one relationship or many-to-many relationship. Okay. It's also having a hierarchical structure. That means it is same like a root node and all. It is having the same structure, but the data is organized like a graph. Now you can see it is organized in form of graph, not like a tree, and it is allowed to have more than one parent or one child record. Now in the hierarchical one, if we take the hierarchical database, in that we are having only one parent, and then we're having multiple childs for that parent. But in this network we can have many parents. That means multiple parents have multiple childs, and multiple childs have multiple parents. That is the difference between it. For example, you can take a teacher can teach in unique departments. Okay, now you can see here in the college we're having teachers and departments, two categories. In the two attributes you can tell that A, B, C. That means in this A, B, C, teacher is going to teach in this A, B, C, and this teacher A can go to the department of computer science, ECE department, and IT department. That means she can take in this three departments. And now coming to B, the teacher B also can taken all the 3 classes, but she's only taking the class of the triple E, that ECE. Then coming to this third teacher 3 C, she's taking in the IT department. That means a teacher A can take in any departments, any times, or that is, now you can see here from B to ECE, that is one-to-one relationship, whereas from A to computer science, that is CSC, ECE and IT, this is one-to-many relationship. Okay, this is an example of a network database. And even you can take an example of a college, as you mentioned here, college, but in the place of the teacher you can take this as computer science department or any department, and instead of departments here you can take library. That means many students can that means ESC department students can go to the library and take n number of books, or the library is a parent and these all are the childs. Like that also you can take an example of the network database. Now hope you all understood what are the different types of database management system. As we discussed, there are 4 types of database management system, and just go through this once again for understanding and all. Thank you. Hope you all understood about different types of database management system. So do like, share and subscribe for the next upcoming videos. Stay tuned.